Right now, as you're watching this video, your biggest manifestation might already be unfolding in ways you haven't even noticed yet. Most people are so focused on what hasn't happened that they completely miss the subtle but powerful signs that their desires are already moving toward them at an accelerated pace. What if I told you that there are 7 unmistakable signs that prove your manifestation is not just working, but working faster than you ever imagined possible? And what if missing these signs is the only thing standing between you and receiving what you've been asking for? The universe doesn't send billboards or loud announcements when it's rearranging circumstances in your favor. It speaks in whispers, synchronicities, and shifts that most people dismiss as coincidence. But today, you're going to learn exactly what to look for. Before we dive into these 7 game-changing signs, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. And if you're ready to recognize the manifestation signals that are already showing up in your life, type in the comments, "I'm ready to see the signs." This simple act of engagement aligns you with the energy we're about to explore. Here's what most manifestation teachings get wrong. They make you think that successful manifestation means sitting back and waiting for things to magically appear. But accelerated manifestation is actually an active, dynamic process where your internal shifts create immediate ripple effects in your external reality. The 7 signs I'm about to share with you aren't just feel-good concepts. They're based on quantum physics, neuroscience, and years of documented research from pioneers like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, and Greg Braden. These scientists have proven that when you change your internal state, your external world begins to restructure itself to match your new frequency. The question isn't whether manifestation works. The question is, are you aware enough to recognize when it's working for you? Because I guarantee you, at least 3 of these 7 signs are already showing up in your life right now. Sign number 1. Your sleep patterns are shifting. When manifestation accelerates, one of the first places you'll notice it is in your sleep. You might find yourself waking up at unusual times, having incredibly vivid dreams, or feeling more rested despite sleeping fewer hours. This happens because your subconscious mind is working overtime, reorganizing neural pathways to align with your desired reality. Dr. Matthew Walker's research on sleep and neuroplasticity shows that during REM sleep, our brains literally rewire themselves based on our dominant thoughts and emotions from the day. When you're consistently focusing on your manifestation with elevated emotions, your brain uses sleep time to create new neural networks that support your desired outcome. Pay attention to your dreams during this period. They often contain symbolic messages or literal previews of what's coming. Many successful manifestors report dreaming about their desired outcomes weeks or even months before they materialized in physical reality. If you're experiencing changes in your sleep patterns right now, don't dismiss it as stress or coincidence. It's your brain upgrading its software to match your new operating system. Sign number 2. Synchronicities are multiplying exponentially. When manifestation kicks into high gear, synchronicities don't just increase, they become impossible to ignore. You'll start seeing repeating numbers everywhere, running into people who mention exactly what you've been thinking about, or finding resources that seem to appear at the perfect moment. These aren't random coincidences. According to quantum physicist Amit Goswami, synchronicities occur when your consciousness becomes coherent enough to influence the quantum field around you. Your focused intention literally begins to organize seemingly random events into meaningful patterns that support your desired outcome. The key is learning to recognize these synchronicities without becoming obsessed with them. When you notice them, simply acknowledge them with gratitude and trust that they're evidence of your manifestation accelerating. The more you acknowledge synchronicities, the more frequently they appear. Here's a practical tip. Start keeping a synchronicity journal. Write down every meaningful coincidence, unexpected encounter, or perfectly timed event. After just 1 week, you'll be amazed at how many signs you were previously overlooking. Sign number 3. Your emotional set point is elevating naturally. This is perhaps the most reliable sign of accelerated manifestation. You'll notice that maintaining positive emotions becomes easier, even when external circumstances haven't changed yet. Joy, gratitude, and excitement start feeling more natural than anxiety, frustration, or doubt. This happens because consistent manifestation practice literally changes your brain chemistry. Neuroscientist Dr. Rick Hanson's research shows that when we regularly generate positive emotions, our brains develop stronger neural pathways for happiness and optimism. You're not just thinking differently, you're becoming neurologically different. Pay attention to how you respond to challenges during this phase. Instead of immediately jumping to worst-case scenarios, you might find yourself naturally looking for opportunities or solutions. This isn't forced positivity. It's evidence that your default programming is shifting to match the frequency of your desired reality. If you catch yourself feeling genuinely optimistic about your future, even without obvious reasons, that's not naive thinking. That's your internal guidance system recognizing that your manifestation is already in motion. Sign number 4. Opportunities appear from unexpected sources. When manifestation accelerates, opportunities don't just increase, they start coming from directions you never would have predicted. A casual conversation leads to a job offer. A random social media post introduces you to your future business partner. An unexpected invitation opens doors you didn't even know existed. This happens because your elevated emotional state and clear intention create what researchers call broaden and build effects in your psychology. Positive emotions literally expand your awareness, allowing you to notice possibilities that were always there but previously invisible to your focused attention. Malcolm Gladwell documented this phenomenon in The Tipping Point, showing how small changes in our internal state can create dramatic shifts in the opportunities we attract and recognize. Your subconscious mind becomes like a radar system, scanning your environment for anything that matches your desired outcome. The key is staying open to opportunities that don't match your predetermined ideas about how your manifestation should unfold. The universe often delivers what you want through paths you never would have chosen, but that turn out to be exactly perfect for your growth and goals. Sign number 5, your intuition becomes razor sharp. During accelerated manifestation, your intuitive abilities don't just improve, they become almost supernatural in their accuracy. You'll find yourself knowing things before you have logical reasons to know them. You'll get strong gut feelings about decisions, and when you follow them, they consistently lead to positive outcomes. This heightened intuition occurs because manifestation practice strengthens the connection between your conscious and subconscious minds. Your subconscious is constantly processing millions of data points that your conscious mind can't handle, and it communicates its conclusions through intuitive hunches and gut feelings. Dr. Judith Orloff's research on intuitive medicine shows that people in coherent emotional states have dramatically increased access to their intuitive faculties. When you're aligned with your desired outcome, your internal guidance system becomes incredibly precise at directing you toward supporting circumstances. Start trusting those sudden urges to call someone, take a different route, or explore an unexpected opportunity. Your intuition is guiding you along the path of least resistance toward your manifestation. Sign number 6. Your physical energy is increasing dramatically. Here's a sign that catches most people off guard. When manifestation accelerates, your physical energy often increases significantly, even if you're not sleeping more or eating better. You might find yourself feeling more vibrant, needing less caffeine, or having energy that lasts throughout the day. This happens because elevated emotions and coherent thoughts create physiological changes in your body. Dr. HeartMath Institute's research shows that when we achieve heart-brain coherence through positive emotions and focused intention, our entire nervous system begins operating more efficiently. Your cells literally begin vibrating at a higher frequency when you're consistently aligned with positive emotions and clear intentions. This isn't metaphorical. It's measurable through advanced biometric equipment that can track heart rate variability, brainwave patterns, and cellular activity. If you're experiencing unusual increases in energy, stamina, or overall vitality during your manifestation journey, that's your body's way of preparing itself to handle the increased capacity and opportunities that are heading your way. Sign number 7. You're naturally taking inspired action. The final and most powerful sign of accelerated manifestation is when taking action toward your goals stops feeling like work and starts feeling like play. You'll find yourself naturally drawn to activities, conversations, and decisions that move you closer to your desired outcome without having to force motivation or discipline. This occurs because true manifestation creates alignment between your conscious desires and your subconscious programming. When these two aspects of your mind are working together instead of against each other, action becomes effortless and inspired rather than forced and exhausting. Tony Robbins calls this flow state achievement, where your actions feel natural and energizing rather than draining. You're no longer pushing against resistance. You're moving with the current of your own highest potential. Pay attention to what activities make you lose track of time or what conversations energize you rather than drain you. These are clues about the path your manifestation wants to take through your physical reality. Now, here's what most people don't understand about these 7 signs. They work synergistically. When you start recognizing one sign, it amplifies your ability to notice the others. Your awareness becomes a magnifying glass that makes all manifestation signals more obvious and frequent. But there's something even more important. These signs aren't just evidence that manifestation is working. They're actually tools that accelerate the process. When you acknowledge synchronicities, they multiply. When you trust your intuition, it becomes stronger. When you take inspired action, more opportunities appear. The universe responds to your level of awareness and participation. The more conscious you become of these signs, the more powerful they become in creating your desired reality. This isn't just spiritual theory, it's measurable science. Quantum physicist John Wheeler's research on the observer effect proves that consciousness directly influences physical reality at the quantum level. When you become aware of manifestation signs, you're literally participating in the creation of your desired outcomes. Neuroplasticity research from scientists like Dr. Norman Doidge shows that our brains physically restructure themselves based on our dominant thoughts and emotions. Every time you recognize a manifestation sign and respond with gratitude or excitement, you're strengthening the neural pathways that attract more of what you want. The field of epigenetics, pioneered by Dr. Bruce Lipton, demonstrates that our beliefs and emotions directly influence which genes are expressed in our bodies. When you consistently operate from positive expectation and elevated emotions, you're literally signaling your cells to create a biology that supports your desired reality. Here's your action plan for the next 7 days. Each morning, set an intention to notice at least one of these signs during your day. Keep a small notebook or use your phone to document every sign you recognize. Don't judge or analyze, just observe and acknowledge. Before bed each night, review your notes and feel genuine gratitude for each sign you noticed. This simple practice creates a feedback loop that amplifies your awareness and accelerates your manifestation timeline. Remember, these signs often appear subtly at first. The person who succeeds at manifestation isn't necessarily the one with the strongest willpower. It's the one with the greatest awareness of what's already unfolding. Your job isn't to force manifestation to happen faster. Your job is to become conscious enough to recognize when it's already happening and skilled enough to work with it instead of against it. Your biggest manifestation isn't coming someday. It's unfolding right now through these 7 signs. The question isn't whether the universe is responding to your desires. The question is whether you're aware enough to see its response. Every day you miss these signs is a day you're inadvertently slowing down a process that could be moving at light speed. But every day you consciously recognize and appreciate these signs is a day you're accelerating your manifestation beyond what you previously thought possible. The 7 signs we've covered today aren't just indicators, they're invitations. Invitations to step more fully into the reality you've been creating through your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Pay attention to what happens in your life over the next 24 to 48 hours. Notice which of these signs start appearing. Trust what you observe. Act on what feels inspired. And remember, the universe isn't just listening to your requests, it's already responding to them. Your accelerated manifestation is already in progress. The only question is, are you ready to see it? If this video helped you recognize signs you were previously missing, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe for more manifestation science and practical techniques. And let me know in the comments which of these 7 signs you've already started noticing in your life. Your awareness is the key that unlocks everything you've been asking for. Use it wisely.